Welcome everybody. Let's do a quick mic check. We're trying a new platform to stream our trading room, so I just want to make sure everything is well connected. You can see me, you can hear me. And I believe audio is coming through. I believe video is coming through. So I think we can go ahead. All right, all good. Elmer, good to see you always. Manuel, welcome. Guys, let's start here. My name is Saul. Welcome to the trading room. Before we get started, remember, I'm gonna be trading live market conditions. So anything I do here is not meant to be a buy or sell signal on any instrument, on any pair. I just want to show you the way I approach the markets and I manage my my positions, and hopefully you can take some concept here and apply to your own situations. Now, if you've been following, I usually tend to scalp the markets. So if this is too fast for you, please do not follow along. It's just you need to be responsible for your own trading. Anna, good to see you. Abby, hi. Harshit, Ross, good to see you all, guys. Okay, with that being said, let me tell you what I'm seeing. I'm missing a trade now. Okay, let's bring up my charts here. Cool. So now I can play with this or that. So I'll start here, and if needed, I'll move to another scene. So I'm looking at the EURUSD, and we're in a very tricky position. I will go short here quickly, and I'll explain why. And if needed, I will adjust the position. So going to the on the dailies, we had last week this strong impulse to the upside, kind of breaking a very important resistance level that has been formed months ago, and we broke through that. However, we are approaching already like a strong resistance area back here. So before this continues up, I expect a little bit of sideways movement or downside or down movement or whatever it's going to be. So although my bias and the overall direction for the pair is to the upside, I think today we have the potential to see some or take advantage of some selling opportunities as well. Okay, so as this market starts pushing to the upside, I will try to short. If we start breaking to the downside, I'll try building some longs. Now let me go back and mark my key zones. So we had the impulse, and after the first impulse, you can see we created a strong demand area. Okay, at some point we will revisit that area, but we're still far from that. After the first impulse, we kind of had a little bit of continuation to the upside and then sideways movement. So inside this sideways movement, I think we have the potential to make money both sides, and that's what I'm going to attempt. If I take any buy position, I will be closing it below that. If I go short, my stops will need to be above those levels, and that will be my frame to work today. Okay, I expect a sideways movement for the rest of the day. Then I go to the 5-minute chart, and I see we had like the last movement to the upside and a very strong reaction to the downside. Okay, right here, a retest of that area. I believe that was a news announcement or something, but that's a very strong reaction to the downside, and I'm trying to catch the continuation after that reaction here. So then I go to the 1-minute chart, and I see where I can go short. Okay, so I can go short around this area. Okay, this has formed like a new kind of resistance. We have some supply, at least for what I can see on the 1 minute chart. I can go short there, or then I could try to go short around that area. After that area, I think this setup would be invalidated. But those would be the areas where I can build short positions, with my first target being down here. That would be the scalping target. If we manage to break that pivot point there, then we might see a retest of either this or these pivots here. Okay, so my first trade is starting to build a short position. We'll see how that plays out. So on the 5-minute chart, there's a nice pullback, and now we're kind of stopping. I'll see if I can get, if we can get a retest of these lows. That's what I'm attempting to do. Okay, let's add a little bit, and I'll want to have dip, take profit. Okay, now let me go this way so you can see my P&L. And we'll wait and see if we can break that little support with form. We can have a little bit of continuation to the downside, and we have a next movement to the upside. We'll short again here. Harshit, I need you to send a ticket. You will have a response. Just send a ticket to help@the5ers.com. They'll look into it. Okay, there has to be an explanation. And you will have a response. So where we answer every ticket we get. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, let's see if we can have Bitcoin continuation. It's struggling to go short. You see, there's the reaction. Okay, that was moving to the upside, and sellers managed to push that down. So let's see if we can have that follow through to the downside. It's fighting, huh? Come on. The first trade I'd attempted to take that was up here, but I was just setting everything up, and I missed that entry. So I entered a bit late. But if the market goes again to the upside, I'll try to sell again. Now see how the tails are forming on the upside, meaning sellers are there, but they're not managing to push the market lower. So that could be, and I need to be aware of that, that could be a reaction to this tiny demand area here, and we might see another leg to the upside. Not doing it, huh? Okay, we see the bulls pushing up. Let's see if we can have the sellers again present, and just suddenly all the nice volatility we had before the session is just fading out. There's suddenly nothing moving. There's been a drastic drop in volume. Let's see if there's anything else lining up. Pretty much pretty similar price action across all pairs. I'll bring something else. Okay, there's some bullish activity. Now I need to wait for the market to come a bit higher, and then I'll attempt to short again. That was a late entry. Let's see if we can have some follow through. I wanted after the close of that. That's a bad entry. I wanted after the close of that candle to have to add another position. Was a bit late, but I'm trying to get a better entry point. An exercise I usually do is to hide my so you have window from TTP platform on screen. Is that a question, Anna? Or is that's what you're seeing? Okay, now look at this price action. Okay, this is new information I hadn't before, and it just flying up. Okay, so now I need to be. Now I'm switching my mindset. Unless this is news driven, I changed my, let's say, the objective I have with these trades was to make money, of course. Now I need to find a way to fix those trades and wait for a setup that will allow me to make money. Okay, so we are at the area where I was prepared to sell again, but it just came to that area very, very strong. So I need to wait and see if there will be a reaction of that area. Okay, if there will be some sideways movement or rejection, and then I'll be able to sell. But if I would just, and this is new information, okay, I was a minute before I was going to say, okay, I would be shorting, and right now, if I was just opening my chart with this new bar, I could be also attempting to go long. Okay, so we'll see how this works out. So this is again news. What news is this? What am I missing? Industrial production. Okay, yeah, it came negative than expected. So besides the volatility, there shouldn't be a new trend starting or something like that. So my levels should hold on those on the reaction to that news announcement. Okay, it wasn't a high impact news, so it tends to bring volatility to the market, but my analysis should be good. Okay, and it says the limit. Great. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, guys. Again, high impact news, those will completely invalidate your reading of the market. But the announcement that just came out shouldn't affect my initial analysis. So let's see if we can break that little support there. Okay, what I'm trying to do, I need to be prepared because there might be a reaction of this level. Okay, market, there was an initiation of volatility. There might be a reaction to the upside. If that breaks down, then I'm fine. Okay. Whoop. And did you see how this reaction ended right at the supply area on the 1 minute chart? If I couldn't sell because it approached that area very, very strongly. So usually I want the market to approach those areas slower in a weaker way, so I know there will be a strong reaction. But it's always fascinating to see price reacting to those areas. Now, I'm tempted to buy right now. Let's see if we can break that. We can break lower. But now this movement, okay, although it's going in my favor, is getting overextended. So if it really goes hard to the downside, it will be also a good buying opportunity. Bootcamp program drawdown is 4%. I feel like risking 1% trade is too high. I agree. You really need to go way slower. Come on, back to the support area where or want that support, little support to break. I expect a reaction of that level, Okay, the next demand area starts right there. So one of my take profits, I want it there for the lower positions, and the other ones I will see if I can hold them all the way to the bottom here. But I'm not out of the woods. Okay, I'm still waiting for the break of that support. But at least having that reaction there, it gives me more confidence in case the market goes higher again to short again. So see the long tail on the 5-minute chart. So that's a nice sell signal. So I've had a lot of sell signals that they're just not maturing. And that what happens, that's the kinds of price action we have on days like this, where when you're on the overextension, so there's still some, forces that want to push this higher, but there's others that want to, retrace the market, want to start selling. And that's the battle we're seeing. So that's the challenge on days like this. How much EURUSD per trade? So Sledge, that's a good question. And it's a tricky question when it comes to my style of trading, because I will be working around setups, no specific entries, okay, no specific trades, but I need to make sure that if my whole setup, let's say I sell again here, or I sell again here, and all those trades go against me and take my stop loss, I'm not losing more than, let's say, 1% of the account, okay? But every one of these little entries, they might have a negative risk-reward ratio, okay? But I will just be trying to get as many wins as I can in that process, and slowly building my account towards my target that should be around 0.5% or 0.25% profit a day. But if I have a bad setup, I will usually tend to lose 1%, let's say. Okay, so my risk reward is negative, but I just keep my win rate very, very high, okay, or my successful days very, very high. Yeah, Anna, that's a great question, okay, because the lot size I use here is not very important, okay. The idea is that I build into positions, so I could be this is a relatively large account. So let's say I use full lots, and on every entry I add more and more lots. Okay, and if I could use like I don't know, maybe 2 lots per trade, and then less the mouse, or I could go 0.5% lot or half a lot per trade, and then I could click more times. Just the smaller the lot size you use, then it gives you more flexibility, but it also adds more trades into your setup. So that might be confusing. So you want to find that fine balance between a large enough lot size and this so you don't have a lot of trades to manage, and also that each one of these trades means something in relationship to the account side. Yeah, Peter, that's also a great question, because a lot of people tend to confuse what I do with martingale, and it's not martingale. It's just a different way to allocate my entries. Okay, I will not be doubling up my entries, and my entries are not random. Okay, I know where I need to be shorting, just instead of, this is my least, this is, let's say, my worst entry. So instead of risking my 1% here, I want to be risking a 1/4% here, and then up here I will go 0.5%, and then probably 0.5% at the top. Okay, so but I will not risk. I will not be risking more than my, let's say, 1% risk allowance per setup. Okay, so it's not martingale. Hope that makes sense. Peter, yeah, we have a Discord channel, a very good one. It's closed for the community. So if you get an account with us, inside your hub, your dashboard, you will find the link to the Discord channel. Okay, it's a very active and positive, and it's a very good place to be. Yeah, Elmer, I trade I hold my trades as long as I need. Okay, because I'm waiting for certain things to happen, and sometimes just happens faster, and sometimes it just takes more time to happen. Okay, right now I'm attempting to break this support. Now that's not happening, and that's also something to keep in mind, because if what I'm looking for is just not happening, maybe I want to decrease risk or something like that. But usually you want to, you never know how long the market will take to get from point A to point B. Sometimes it will be a matter of seconds. Sometimes it will take a bit longer. Yeah, Anna, thank you for that. I also think Saul, as scalper, keeps his trades open a longer time. He's scalper with spies, but I don't know. I don't think there's more time that I should be, because I'm attempting to get, guys, if I need the market to give me, I don't know, at least 3 pips or something like that. So if not giving me that, there's no point on closing the trade. You know what I mean? So so I don't feel I'm holding my trades longer. I'm just, as a scalper, I don't look at time. I look at levels. Okay, where's my scalping target? Let's call it that way. Okay, so that's one target. I just because there might be a reaction of this area, especially how the market is just moving sideways and struggling to break those levels. So that's what I bank a little bit of profit there. In case we move up, I have banked that money and I can reallocate it again. If we can break that level, then we should not be a problem to go to the next level down there. But at least I banked a little bit of profit, and I'll keep reading price action. Okay. Paulu, I do. You don't always see them, but I do have. Like if I wanted to place my stop loss, there will need to be either there or all the way up there. But I will always never let a trade get to my stop loss. I will usually close my losing trades manually before they get to the stop loss. I just want to make sure I'm giving the market enough space to fluctuate normally, and I'll be adjusting my trading. I guess, guys, if this is the first time you're watching me trade live, please come back the next week and the next after and next after, and you start picking my brain. This is something has taken a long time for me to develop, and I've been showing my process with this account. Okay, I opened it with a $600,000, and I've been just trading it literally once a week for the training rooms, and I've been building it slowly. Okay, but this same process I'm showing you here is what I do with my accounts. Okay, the ones I profit from. I just go a bit more aggressive because I'm not doing all these multitasking jobs at the same time. Okay. seems you do reposition similar to conscious day trader. Yeah, so I know Yanis. Okay, Peter, that's a great comment. Yanis do something similar. Okay, he repositions. So if I bank profit, I have taken money in order to allocate it into a future opportunity. Okay, so that's the scalping target. That's good. I was I had my take profits. I wanted to take one of the targets and attempt to swing this trade and to bring the target a bit lower in case we see a break of that low, especially because at the end we had a strong movement to the downside. Okay, so there might be a reaction to the okay, we might break this support, but it's always good to take profits, right? So I bank that profit. If there's a reaction, I can again sell again, because now I have new selling opportunities. Okay, so I can create like a new selling setup. I can sell again from there, sell again from there, sell again from that area. Okay, so now all these areas are new selling opportunities. Sledge, the bootcamp, there's no small letters or something like that, but do go to the page and read, because there are some, okay, on the bootcamp we do request for you to place stop loss, for example. Okay, so there are some rules in the bootcamp, but if you read them, they're only in the page, and you will get all the information you need. Okay. Jesus, good to see you. Long time. One question: bootcamp program is now unlimited? Yes, it is. For example, I started on January. I have more time, or for new no, just for all users and new users. So you not have unlimited time to do that. But now there is an inactivity counter. So we do want to see traders active. So if there's accounts that have been inactive for a long time, we will close those. So, but as long as you're active in the account, you have all the time you need to get to the target. Okay. GMI, is better to focus on 1 to 3 pairs, or it's okay to have a general outlook for all the markets? I don't think there's a better or worse here, a right or wrong way to do things. I especially like my bread and butter is the EURUSD. I know the nuances, I know the volume expected, the volatility expected, but I do trade on the major ones. Okay, but if you have a good way to find setups and opportunities on all the assets, and you are good at it, just go for it. Okay. Myself, I focus on the major pairs, and especially on EURUSD. But it's just personality. I don't think there's nothing wrong with scanning all the pairs, as long as you have a system to do that, of course. Pitmaster, I think that the first payments, once you pass, you pay the rest. Yep. After taking a trade, is that a violation? Stop loss placing stop loss after taking a trade? No, so Peter, you can again go to the rules page. So you have 5 minutes to place your stop loss, but you can place it. You can place a trade and then to place your stop loss. Okay, no problem. The Forex Trade Room. Good morning. Yeah, Ryan, good to see you. Excited to see you. So I'm on a waiting game right now. Okay, we took profits on that first setup. Now I need the market to come a bit higher to see if we can short again. But I need to wait and see. Okay, so you see how on days like this, we had the attempt to break the support and then the false break. So it's important that we understand what's like the character of the market on that day, and when it makes sense to scalp and when it doesn't make sense to swing trade. Okay, so I think like for today, scalping is a good approach. Now gold is tricky, huh? Just going up and down. I thought there would be some opportunities there. Okay, now see how it's going strongly to the upside. So I just don't want to get caught in the position that I'm selling here, and next thing I know, the market is climbing strong to the upside. So let's start just small and see if we can get a reaction from this level. Okay, we're at the first level, but we came very strong. So I'm looking for a little bit of confirmation before I pull the trigger. So my bias is neutral, just from the last price action. I'm keeping my bias to the short, but from the dailies, my bias is long. Okay, so I need to be careful with that. Okay, let's sell once. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is just my first entry, just to see if levels are holding, if levels are getting broke. Yeah, Elmer, that's precisely the setup. Okay, so on the dailies, we're overextended, approaching, a selling area. Okay, that's when I was afraid. Selling area on the daily. So I don't expect today to just continue to the upside. Still, the bias is to the upside, but I think there's opportunities on both sides. Okay, so we'll see. So okay, so that first level got invalidated. Let's see if we can have a reaction of this second level. And if this keeps marching up and up, then my next selling area would be here. So it's okay to trade supply and demand, also in scalping type timeframes. Yeah, for sure. It's like same approach. It's just you work more if you go to lower timeframes, and you find more levels to trade. Correct, but it's the same thing. Okay, we're at the second selling area. Let's see if we get a reaction. Seems like it's going to start marching higher and higher. I need to be careful with that. Okay, I'll close this one, because I've seen this price action when you have like these reactions, and the market just keeps going higher and higher. Okay, wait, let's give it a second try. So you see the price action. You see how the sellers are present. Now let's see if we can get a turn. As long as I have like volatility up and down, I'll end up making money of almost any situation. Okay, so failing to turn, bulls are active. But this movement, I don't see where it's coming from. Like, I don't see the strong, so I should be good. Should be fine. I want to implement hedging in my strategy, but it's very difficult to manage for a beginner. I agree. I wouldn't go GMI. I wouldn't start hedging. Sometimes, I mean, there's some scenarios that make sense to hedge, but usually what you see that if you're losing, then you open the opposite position to hedge. I don't think that's the way, the correct way to hedge. So I just missed my take profits. Come on. The scaling plan is really insane. I wonder how the 5ers top in the industry. Thank you. Arshad, you needed to tell me that before before I sell. Yeah, I'm not concerned. Even if this goes up, I have like a plan to get out of that. Okay, so unless there's like a crazy movement up and there's nothing to do, it just goes in 1 minute to the upside, then there's nothing for me to do, for sure. Okay, but as long as we go as it goes slowly to the upside, and we have these fluctuations up and down, then I can keep making money both sides. Okay, so it might go up, it just, I don't know when and how. So as long as we have these fluctuations, I'll be good. Okay. Okay, guys, I think we're good. Let me. No, just reviewing what we had today. Okay, so we have 3 sales. They all took profit. Then we have 1 sell that failed, so I killed it for a break-even entry. And we had another sell, small loss, and that sell for a decent profit. So overall, I think we. Let me see how we did, and so let me waste it. Stop my share. We have this. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if you can, because we have these elements here and they're just like blocking. But these are the trades we took today. I made around 20 pips. Okay, that's, if you can see here, it's $200. Okay, I'm taking like full lots. It's like 20 pips, but look how powerful is this, because this whole range, okay, is 11 pips. Okay, the whole range is not has not moved 20 pips. So by scalping and managing, we've accomplished to make this 20 pips. Okay, which doesn't sound a lot, but the market has been just going nowhere. Okay, And this same process you just saw me doing is the same process I do when I'm trading by my own. I just go heavier, okay? And instead of making $200, we just end up making, I don't know, $500, $1,000, whatever it's going to be, okay? But the important is to follow the process. That's the key message, okay? So guys, I think we're good for today. I mean, we might see the break of the low, okay, but we'll never know, okay? Maybe if we have held one of these trades longer, we've made more money, but the same way this could just turn and start going to the upside, okay? My friend Arshad here said EURUSD is going up, so who knows, right? I don't want to be against anyone. So I think the message here is trade management is way more important than direction and strategy and all that thing. So yeah, thanks guys. So if any of you is new to the trading room, we do this 2 times a day, Mondays and Tuesdays. So make sure you join next week. We'll be here same time, same place. And yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying. And until next time. See you guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.